Well, we're in Minehead and it's sunny, and as ever, it's very blustery. It's right on the edge of Exmoor National Park, which is a really beautiful park. And behind me, to my right, is a huge hill that drops down onto the old harbour. And it looks very much like he's trying to push the town into the estuary. So I'm going to start at the north end of the town and walk down along the water's edge. There'll be a little bit of soft light and there'll be a little bit of hard light because we've got fast moving clouds all over the place. So anyway, welcome to Minehead, and I hope you enjoy this episode. I think this has got some potential. We got an interesting pole, but it's got wires attached to the pier base, which I think are going to get in my way a little bit. But I like the barrier across the front, which is going to give us something nice. I think it's there to stop people crossing over and getting themselves into trouble. But it needs to be animated, so I need a body in there, so we're going to have to be patient, as we always are. And of course it's littered with health and safety signs, like just so annoying. But I mean, from this angle I could potentially run that at the bottom of my frame and get this barrier here in the shot with the pole looking after itself. No. So I have a quick look up there. There's another health and safety sign on there. Yeah, there's a possibility if I can get somebody just in here. But my God, I'm going to have to be patient because it's very windy and it's not very warm, and there aren't all that many people around. He's a good boy. I might have to come back to that shot because there's just nobody on the beach. There was a few families, but now the sun's gone in and the kids have all got their paddling out of the way and they're frozen. They've all cleared off, so I'm now left with one chap with his border collie. So we'll move on. We can come back and see what happens. I don't know why, I've always liked bollards. They're kind of always in neat places, and this one particularly with a very clean background. And if you can shoot them really wide open and drop the background out of focus, they always look so nice. I've got a shot in the making here. These people walking here. I might be able to get a little bit higher. The problem I've got is I've got to keep that car out. I just want these really nice steps with these posts, and we've got a banister up onto here, but if I keep that car out I start getting this little triangulated shadow in the shot as well. So I think I might have to just embrace that, because there's no way. Definitely don't want the car in it. And this is probably a better thing to deal with than the car. So we just have to be a little bit patient, wait for somebody to walk past. Chap coming with a red jacket on that might work. Yeah, I really like this shot. This right in the middle of the frame. Beautiful clouds in the background. Everything was in order. I originally wanted to get this bin in the shot just to give it a little bit more irony than it might have done, but I eventually decided not to because it was such a sweet, clean shot. I decided to stick with it. I just like it as it is without people in it. and without a bin in it, even if the sun is right behind me, which makes it a little bit flat. It kind of worked. So first of my 65 by 24 shots, or 65 to 24 shots. Down here we had a family, three people all spread out along there, so just really nice long frame, just sitting with the sea right in the middle, a little bit of cloud, a little bit of sand, very flat lighting, and that might have worked. We had a dog walking into the shot on the right hand side, which I might have to take out because I don't know, might take it out, might leave it in, I don't know. It depends how everything balances, because that's what's, all right, good boy, that's what's so important about this kind of shot, is how they how each of the little bits that are in the frame balance nicely. So I like this, how all the sand is backed up onto this wall here. We've got some nice curves, and it's concrete, of course, my favorite material, you'd think. So there's definitely, I think there's definitely going to be a picture in here somewhere. Let's go and have a look. So this worked out really nicely, well, eventually, because I needed to figure out where I had to stand in order to make it work, because this roof slopes down from right to left. I needed to get rid of this pile of rubble here, and if you look, this floor area here isn't square, the shelter itself isn't square to the wall, the roof slopes down at the back, so there was no way that I could make a shot out of this where all the horizontals were parallel. It was just horrible. So we had to go at an angle, and from about here was my best chance. Right in the middle of the window here was a lady sat in a black jacket, so she was perfectly silhouetted, and it worked really well. It was a really nice shot. But this shelter is actually sitting in the environment really nicely, so I kept this bin out of my shot, obviously. But the problem was, when somebody walked past, this bench it chopped off their feet at the ankles, and in order to get a shot where I could get the feet in, as long as they were walking near enough this wall at the background, I had to come in really tight. And it just didn't look really nice. I just like the shape of this entire building. It works really well. Scout, we're not getting on that bus. My dog loves buses, and one just pulled up, and some people got off, and I think there was a chance that he was going to get on the bus on his own. Come on, come here, Scout. It's a nice shot. I like the bigger jackpot slots sign on the side of the building and these interesting coloured stripes on it. It's just a question of waiting for somebody to walk past. Probably trying to get them right in the middle of that white stripe there. So I need an individual rather than a group, and there aren't a lot of individuals, there's a lot of families, so I'm going to have to be patient again, but hopefully it'll pay off. The pale blue of the seats and the cream of the window frames above it remind me of the old Walls ice cream colours. But I had this lamppost in the shot, which is a bit annoying. I didn't want to get too close because I didn't want to cramp it in the frame. But in order to give it some space to breathe in the environment, I had to have that lamppost in, and that's kind of annoying, but I'm going to try and live with it. Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Good boy. Well, this might have been nice, but unfortunately the fella's head is right in the line of the rocks, so I wouldn't have been able to get anywhere close to a good shot where he was clear. I really like this shot, the way it comes down. We've got the rocks on right and left of this, keep this right in the middle of the frame. But there's a path that I've seen people using that walks along, if you look down here, people walk along the edge of this the pebbles on the beach where the sand is. And I see 4 people coming up now. Ideally I'd have one person, but I doubt very much I'm going to get such perfection. But I think this is worth waiting for. It's nice, especially with a little bit of the different tones going on in the background there. A little bit of headland going on the right hand side here. But it's a pretty clean shot. I kind of like it. But it's going to be worth waiting for, I think. Come on, dog. Come on, Scout. Good boy. So I'm going to go down to the water's edge. These posts run all the way down into the water. I think you can't see it here, but they go in the water just down here. They're a bit too far apart, perhaps. But they are in a line, and it might make a shot. It might make a shot. It's a long walk on pretty horrible terrain, but at least the dog's off the lead and he's not pulling me hither and thither. And it's probably worthwhile. I might have a look, see if I can get a shot out of it. Yeah, this was quite a tricky shot. I wasn't quite sure. I mean, it would have been really easy just to put this post here in the left-hand thirds, so that my other posts ran off towards the center of the frame, or just off center of frame, just to the right of the frame. But that would have been just too obvious. So what I tried was getting this one right in the middle of the frame like this, and letting the others run off towards the right hand side of the frame. And the trouble is they're too spindly, they're too thin, and I don't think I can make this work. I really need maybe 135 mil in full frame to make this work. Yeah, no, I haven't got a lens that's going to make this work. I do like the way this water down here is picking up the blue in the sky. That looks quite nice, but they're just not substantial enough to make a picture out of, I think. So I'm going to spend a few minutes down here now and try and find a way to get this to happen, because I think it was worth the investment, I think, or it will be worth the investment, I hope. The dog's happy anyway, aren't you? Good boy. Dog's just been in the dock and is now covered in horrible gooey mud. Anyway, normally a pier works really well, but not this one. And I'm wondering, is it my mindset? Is it something to do with the way I'm thinking today? Am I distracted or just not up for it? Sometimes places just work, just like they just look good, and everything falls into place, and you just can't, you know, what I call falling over images. But not today. Everything's I've had to work really hard for everything today. It's just not that easy, is it, dog? Eh? Just not that easy. So light's going to start dropping nicely, and I'm going to see if I can actually get anything shot, because so far it's been a little bit difficult. But hopefully, you know, something will present itself, and it'll all fall into place, and I'll get some shots that are worthy of your time. But until then, you know, we'll just keep going and hope for the best. And this was nice. I love these dog tools. In actual fact, it looks better in this frame than it does in my slightly tighter frame. But my focus with the 1.7 wide open aperture was that little ring there. So this mud in the background all went beautifully soft, because it's got this lovely bit of light on it. And I just had these nice little shapes going on here. It was worth wandering down. This is where the dog went into the water, because I can see his paw marks down there, and I don't think he went very far, because he realised that he was going to be up to his neck in it. Otherwise, I'm glad I didn't see him, because I would have been a little bit worried about him.